Hello friends, the question is, this is a numerical, though it is solved in the textbook, then also few students are facing few problems to solve this, okay, in solving this, therefore I am explaining. So the question is, a kangaroo can jump 2.5 meter vertically, okay, so what must be the initial velocity? They are asking you to calculate the initial velocity of the kangaroo. Now you know, in this case first this now we are solving this, okay. So a kangaroo can jump 2.5 meter vertically, okay. Now you know, kangaroo is an animal. Suppose this is the ground. The kangaroo is a kind of animal that moves by jumping like this from here to here, okay. Means each time it moves or it jump like that, so whatever height it covers in a jump is actually nothing but the displacement, okay. So here height is nothing but the displacement, and the displacement is given as 2.5 meter. Then as we know, we will take one simple example. Suppose there is a stone, okay. If you are throwing a stone like this, after some time it will fall down from this point, okay. And in second case, if you throw a stone with a lesser energy, it will fall like this one. What it indicates, what it means that whatever initial velocity you apply, that is responsible for how much height it will cover, okay. And if you minutely observe, the ball which is thrown on the upward direction, it will stop here at this point for an instant of second. Means for an instant of second, the final velocity at this point is 0, okay. And whatever the initial velocity you are throwing, that is responsible for the height. In same, like the same, the kangaroo also have some initial velocity. We don't know, we have to calculate it, okay. But we know final velocity, because kangaroo also, while jumping, he will start from this point, and at this point it will stop for an instant of second, and then it will come down, okay. Means v is equal to 0, s is given, u is not known, unknown, okay, and time is also not known. Now which thing you have to calculate from here? You have to calculate u. Now we have equations of motion, okay. Which are those equations of motion? Let me write here. The first equation of motion is v is equal to u plus that is at. The second one is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and third one, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now see, we have s and we have v, but among these formula, no formula is derived, or it contain only two terms. Either each and every formula we will discuss. See, this formula contain v, u, t and a. At least one we should know, but no, both are not unknown, okay. Here s is known, no doubt, u is also not known, t is also not known, a is also not known, again t is not known. So how we can calculate? Okay, in this formula again v is known, no doubt, but u is not known, again a is not known, s is known. Whenever two terms are unknown, we can't use the formula, so we will think about it. So I gave you the example of that ball dropping down, okay. When you throw it on the upward like this, it will falls down. Why it falls down? Because gravity pulls it downward, okay. So we know gravity, and this is also we know, when kangaroo jump, its initial velocity must be higher than the final, because final velocity is 0. So initial velocity must be greater than 0. Therefore, its velocity changes. Suppose we will take the initial velocity as x, okay. I will write it as a x. So it is decreasing from x to 0, and then it again changing, okay. So the change in velocity, what is meant by change in velocity? Change in velocity is acceleration, as we know, because what is the formula of acceleration? Acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t. Yes. So what is acceleration? It is the term, we can say, or it is a property which changes the velocity, or we can say decreases the velocity. Sometimes it increases, but in this case it is decreasing, okay. So the acceleration we have to take from the topic gravitation. Actually, this topic you have not studied, and that is the main problem. Many students are facing problem to solve in solving this. Okay, because gravitation is in 10th class you have. Okay, but now here you have to remember. Actually, it is a some kind of mistake, because this term it is compulsory that they should give in the problem only. Okay, the value of G or value of A we call it. Okay, that is 9.8. This should be in the problem, but it is not given, so we can't take objection to it. Okay, we just have to solve it. So see, this acceleration is due to, this is acceleration due to gravity. This is acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, we call it as a G, and that is, you have to take it as a 9.8. Now this is very common term and very common value, and you have to remember it in the higher 10th class, because compulsory all numericals are on this one only. Okay, so it is A is equal to G, A or G we can call it acceleration due to gravity, and that is 9.8. and what is the unit? Meter per second square. Now you can see here, now you have which terms? You have S, you have V, you have A. So can you calculate U? Yes, we can. Okay, and which is the formula we can use for calculating V? Among these three, you can check. Here T is required, T is not given, so we can't use this formula. So this is not, again here T, so we can't use this, but this formula we can use. Okay, so I will write here. What is the formula? What is the third formula? I will write, that is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay, now see, if you know, or if you attended the previous lectures, you must know what is acceleration and what is deceleration. See here initial velocity was 0 and it is decreases to 0. Final velocity, initial velocity was x and it is decreases to 0. It means it is increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. So we have a special term, or we have a special name for this decrease in velocity, acceleration, and that is called deceleration. So we have to take minus sign here, because it is always represented with the minus sign. Okay, so you have to take the value of A as a minus 9.8. Why minus 9.8? Because you are throwing the, kangaroo jumping with a specific velocity, but due to gravity its velocity decreases. Okay, so therefore decrease in velocity is known as a deceleration or deceleration. Therefore we'll take a minus sign here. Okay, so now just put the values. Okay, so what is the value of V? We know value of V is 0, so I will put 0 square. What is U? We don't know, so put it U square. Then 2 as it is. What is the value of A? 9.8. And what is the value of S? That is 2.5. Correct. Okay, 2.5. So this is 0 is equal to U square as it is plus, I will put it in bracket. See, 2 into this 2.5. If I multiply these two terms, we'll get 5 into minus 9.8. Okay, so what I will do, I will put 0 as it is, U square as it is, plus 5 into 9.8. If you solve it, it will be 49, but that is with a minus sign. Okay, because already it has a minus sign. If I will take this minus, if I will take this minus on left hand side, it turns to be plus. So what we can write? We can write 49 plus 49 is equal to U square. And when I will take the square root of both, it is square root of 49 is equal to square root of U square. Therefore it is square root of 49 is 7 and square root of U square is U. It means the initial velocity, I can write in words also. Okay, so therefore the initial velocity is equal to U is equal to 7 meter per second square, and that is your answer. I hope you understood. Just you have to remember one thing that is very important, that is whenever velocity is decreases, and here velocity is decreasing from x to 0, and due to what? Due to acceleration towards the earth is pulling it downward, therefore velocity decreases. Therefore we have to take this term or this value as minus 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so this thing I explained because many students have doubt in this. Okay, so thank you.